Hey everybody, welcome. Okay, we're going to be trying something a little bit different. We're going to have a look at Griftlands, a deck building roguelike card game. Yeah. Gonna take the glasses off because they're fogging up. I'm just too excited to play Griftlands. Yes, sir. Had a little bit of camera blur there, maybe. Yeah, I've been really in the mood for a card game lately, and this is on the Epic Store, and there's like a $15 coupon on Epic that made this game $7, and I thought, you know, what the hell? And it looks interesting. It looks like you have two decks, a kind of combat deck and a negotiation deck. I'm really excited to see the negotiation mechanics. Yeah, so I have seen, you know, several hours of Griftlands. I will say I'm not quite up to date on how the game works, just because the game is a little bit different than you would normally expect from a card game. And you know, there's a lot of different things you get here. So I think if you use a card enough, you can actually upgrade it. But we'll deal with that when we come to it.
You're a bounty hunter. You escaped a life of indentured labor by hunting criminals and debt dodgers. The work has earned you your freedom, if not any friends. Now you're back home, for the first time in 10 years. But freedom comes with its own dangers, and making a living in Haveria won't be easy. Here, the gangs are feral, the law enforcement are corrupt, and the people are treated like chattel, indebted to merciless criminals. Criminals like Cassio, the ruthless debt broker who sold you to the Derricks in the first place. But now, Cassio's grip has weakened, and there's a bounty on her head too rich to ignore. You'll die before you go into debt again, and so will she, if you have your say.
Okay, dramatic entry.
Stop is a dive called the Dog, where an old friend will help you get your revenge, provided you can prove yourself.
Okay. Yeah, so there's a it is a dialogue heavy game, but I believe we can actually just skip through it. So what have we got here? At first sniff, the Dog smells like stale hops and dried blood. Look what the tide dropped up. They also seem to speak Simlish, which is interesting. I also do not know how long a run goes for. I think it might be quite a while. In which case, this video might be cut up because I don't have like 10 hours right now. Just let me check my phone, since it's a little bit impromptu because I got nothing on. Okay, so Fish by the Holy Brine. I'd tear up if I weren't dead inside. A good damn. It's damn good to see you looking well. You have a plan to get on your feet? That bounty on Cassio. Forget about it. You may have grown up strong, but you ain't that strong. Okay, make some friends first. She hauls out a flimsy old box, soldered with some stain or another, and invites you to look inside. Have a look at the lost and found. Something's bound to be in your size. Okay. Okay, so I might see, can we edit the graphics now? I believe we can scale UI elements and text on the screen. Bigger. Okay, let's have a look at this. Just because I will admit, when I've been watching this show, I have a little trouble. Hopefully that's better for you guys. We can always, we can't fix it in post, but we can make it better for the next time. Okay, so this is a battle card. So it goes in our battle deck. Mending. At the end of the turn, heal an amount equal to mending and reduce mending by 1. Okay, so this is like 6 rejuvenate. So we actually get like 6. It's not 6 factorial. Yeah. Yeah, so you get 6, 5, 4, 1, whatever. Replenish when this card is drawn. Draw another card. Okay. Destroy. Remove this card permanently. Okay. So I do know that kind of different to other deck builders, quite a lot of the cards are single use. Because it's like, you know, you buy a drink, you get a single use drunken card that saps energy. Sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're negative. Wow, the text is really big, huh? Draft 2 negotiation cards. I don't know what we'd want from negotiation yet, so okay, so this is 1 use as well. All of these, this doesn't seem to be 1 use, but I don't know what we want from a negotiation. So, panic. If you choose to win, you can choose to win a battle if enemies panic. A fighter with panic cannot act and reduces their panic by 1 at the end of the turn. Oh, okay. So you can choose to let people live. And I think by increasing the panic meter, it makes it easier to do the Paragon path. Targets 2 random enemies piercing. Piercing ignores damage. Okay. I think we might take this. So get work from fish. We can ask about. We can get some info, but you know what? I really want to see the actual deck building. So I got people in my pocket who owe me a favor. Kugo, Alta, Ikaro. So there's also like a relationships. So you can have people that like you, dislike you, and that will influence other things. So it's a really like complex game. Hopefully not too complex for my itty bitty brain, but we'll have to see. Bless your warty hide, fish. I'll hold you to that. Okay. Okay, so now we have a map, but I think I'm assuming. Yeah. When we hover over it, it comes up with something, but pick a job. Okay, so these are quests. So we have a focus on battle, rewards. So we can get a card, we can get money, and we can remove a card. Okay, it looks like you have to press back to actually go back. I thought it'd be a shortcut. Okay, so this is battle and negotiation. So this will heal us afterwards. I think we'll do this. Kuka is offering a reward for hunting down a thief. It's got battle and negotiation, and I like that we'd be able to upgrade a card after use. So let's go do this. So this is early access. I believe there's 2 out of 3 characters now. I don't know how much gameplay is meant to be included. I don't know how much, you know, how slow the development is. Really, it was $5 with that Epic coupon, and I was like, I think we can get $5 of entertainment out of this. So this is our guard. So there's also, you know, we can kind of look here. So I suppose this is their role. They're all drinking proprietor. We can probably go buy stuff from him. So rather than a bad side, Kuka seems to have a bad continent. Best to stay off it. Boldface on this one. You want something? Okay, so Yukuga, I hear you're looking to hire a hunter for a job. Really? What strange providence? I do indeed need some hunting done. Uranir stole something from me and crawled under a rock to hide. Likely, hoping I'd grow forgetful. It's been 3 years. I'd say not. Time to have my revenge, I think. You waited 3 years? You don't even seem all that mad anymore. Yeah, she'll never see it coming. Fair enough. Okay. So we can accept. Okay. So this is a negotiation card. And these are 2 battle cards. Power, attack damage is increased by 1. That seems pretty good. I don't know if we keep these for the entire thing, or if it is just for this quest. So, build rapport. So what? Gain 2 influence, 3 composure. Influence is... Oh! Influence... All diplomacy cards deal max damage. So cards actually have a range in this game, a damage range, which is a little bit spicy in a card game because that's a lot of RNG. Composure. Composure. Reduce resolve loss for 1 turn. Okay, so I believe composure is actually like block. And we might take this just so that we've kind of pumped up both sides of our deck. 3, bring her to me. There's a bonus if she's alive. 3 years is a long time to sniff out a lead. Fortunately, Uranir stinks. Go find Chake. Maybe you can get something out of him. Okay. Any of you Chake? No. Open the map. Okay. Yep. Whoops. So we go here. I love the map. Look at this. Ooh, there's little encounters. Someone dressed an awful lot like a shopkeeper stops you in your tracks. She pulls a knife out of the front pocket of her work apron, and waves it like a bundle of burning sage. All right, sludge sucker, hand it all over. I think Shell is like the other character, maybe. So we can hand over our money. We can offer her a job. Scare her away in a negotiation, or we can just go straight to fighting. Okay. We can ask, is this a hold-up? Yes. Really? I got a knife, don't I? We're all alone in the wilderness, aren't we? What's so hard to get? Well, it's just that I'm a well-equipped bounty hunter, and you. I'm your worst nightmare. Don't doubt that for a second. Okay. Shell. What's your name? Shell. Ah, sucker spawn. I shouldn't have told you that. Right. Well, you did, so I don't want to fight you. How about a job? I could pay you for protection. Okay. I'll do it for less than 50 shells. You know what? We'll hire you. Okay. Just I don't want to beat up someone who just is homeless. That seems like a little bit much. We'll do another run where we just cut everyone down. So we got a proprietor. Can we actually just talk to these people? Word is Dell fights for his workers, but nobody's ever really selfless in the Griftlands, right? Dell nods in acknowledgement of your presence. Well, it's a start. Pay Dell to help you. Okay. We can't just talk to them, maybe. But you know what? If this turns into a fight, maybe his boss will come and kick our butt. The laborer rubs his elbows like it's been 10 years since they ran out of grease. Day to you. What's that look about? Okay. So we can get into negotiation, and it looks like we're gonna Ah, so if we go straight to a fight, he will have a friend. Okay. So we can actually pay money to make the fight easier. So let's see, okay, we actually finally, this is the first tutorial. You're about to negotiate for the first time. Would you like to see a quick tutorial? Yes.
Each turn, you draw 5 cards from the draw pile. You win a negotiation by destroying your opponent's core resolve. Your resolve carries over between negotiations. If you have, your opponent's intents for the next turn are shown in their inner ring.
Okay.
You and your opponent can deploy arguments to help win the negotiation. Arguments can be attacked or defended like the core resolve.
Yeah, so this is what interests me about the game, is you can actually have supplementary arguments that can, you know, do damage, give bonuses, can be attacked. I thought that was a very interesting mechanic. Wow, the cards are so big. I don't need them scaled here. It's getting a little bit insane. Let's turn it back to normal. So I have turned this up to as high as it can go in the hope that it'll just make the game look nice. See, I will say that, like, the bonus text is a little too small. Okay, so let's look at what's happening. So we're taking 4 damage on Deep Pockets. At the start of your turn, add 1 Hush Money card to your hand and reduce this by 1. And he has the intent will cause 4 resolve damage to one of your attacks. Okay. So the wheels are turning, and not just on this wheel. It's all coming together. So I think we can actually apply block to this, aka Composure. We probably want to do this first to get max damage, and also apply Composure. Though I think it will reply it straight to our resolve instead of this, which is a little bit of a pain, but we can see. Or we can get a random card. But I don't really want to do that because I think that would just cost mana. So let's actually play a card here. Ah, so that argument got Composure. But now, all diplomacy cards. Ah, see, I thought both of these would get max damage, but it's only the green one that's actually a basic diplomacy. The hostility one, unaffected. Can we attack this? I don't think so. I think we can only attack things on the outer ring. So how much energy do we have? We have 2 actions available. So I think we defend that, so that's gonna take 1 damage, but it should stay up. And I think we'll just do some actual damage and end our turn. So there's a lot. Initial thoughts, there's a lot going on, but we'll see. So dismiss a random enemy intent. So I think that's things on the inner ring. So it would be great to actually dismiss this. We don't really care about. We'll apply Composure to a random argument. They don't say how much. Irritable, gain 1 count whenever a card is played. When the count reaches 10, Sal loses 5 resolve. Okay, so we want to deal 5 damage before we play 10 cards. So that should be fine. So we'll even get like little dialogue here to kind of reference what's going on in the card game metagame, which I like. So we got rid of the right intent there. Sal's instincts. Insert inspiration and attitude into your hand. Inspiration is influence, which I think is yeah, max damage on diplomacy. And dominance, hostility cards deal an additional 1 damage reduced by 1 at the start of the turn. So I would not mind playing the dominance one. We are going to be starting to deal like a lot of damage here. And I'm actually thinking, so if we play Sal's Instincts into dominance, we can do 2 damage here. Then this should have the chance to do 5. Okay, we're kind of hoping for like a max damage there, but it's okay. Don't know. Oop, thank you. Gains 2 composure whenever Sal creates a new argument. So it looks like composure rolls over in between turns, which is it's fair. Okay. Now dominance did not. So dominance actually left. So we can dismiss a random enemy intent. So these look like, so an argument are things around here, so it's probably going to be a buff to him. So I think we definitely want Hush Money. And we really need to kill this. So maybe it's not the best way to do it, but how about we just do this? We can play Fast Talk, maybe get a definite 3 damage, or we can maybe get 1 more. But there's no, it's not worth playing this because the chances are that we'll break even or get less damage. So this is it's going all right. We did take damage though, and this will carry over between battles. So we definitely should be playing a little bit more defensively, I think. We don't really care about that, especially because I think we just do this. And we'll add resolve here. Oh, we had 1 composure carried over, I think. So that's a little bit of a mistake, but that's okay. Oh, composure doesn't carry over between turns, but we're getting 1. I don't quite know why. Oh, okay, that's just Sal's thing. Okay, wow, you got a lot of stuff now. So you're about to deploy 2 arguments. You're gonna composure probably this, and you're attacking next. Yeah, you're attacking this, which is not great for us. We could improvise into something a little bit more randy. So we can put 3 composure on this, and then it will take 2 turns to go through it. But I think we actually do this. Okay, these all cost 0. I don't know if that's by chance or what. We'll have to see. So we got Incept. This effect is added to your opponent's arguments. Flustered reduces damage by 33%, reduced by 1 at the end of owner's turn. I don't love it. Composure, I don't love it. These all seem pretty bad. Like they actually all seemed terrible. So yeah, I think we just play it out this way. Yeah, so we'll speed up. Like, this is incredibly slow, but we'll speed up when we actually get used to what's going on. Impatient. Shakes intense and arguments deployed with +2 damage. Yep. So this means like he's getting impatient of the fight. So am I, don't worry. I don't think we can actually, can we just attack that straight up? I don't think so, because it's red. Oh, it's invulnerable. Whoops. So what I think we'll do here. Okay, so even Sal is like, this takes too long. Oh, that hurts. We can't actually just straight up be safe here. I don't know. I'm gonna let this die because I don't quite know what the stacks mean. So let's see if this will burn through. Oh, it rolled over to us. Okay. I don't know what the stacks do. I thought that meant like when it dies, we'd get another one. Apparently not. Okay. Okay. So pick a negotiation card. Expand. So remove one chosen card in your hand for 5 composure. Double composure on all arguments. It's interesting. It's interesting, but I'm not sure if we can really scale that currently. Or plead, lose 1 influence. Influence is an argument with 2 resolve. I don't know why we'd want to lose influence yet. Yes. I'm gonna take keep cool. At the very least, it kind of lets us just play 2 composure cards. And at the very most, it might actually be useful. So, yeah. So we found out where she is because we beat him in a negotiation. If you fail a negotiation, I'm not sure what happens. It isn't like a death. I believe if you run out of HP during a battle, it is a death. But I believe, like, you know, most of the time it might just roll over into a fight. So you find the camp, though it looks like it's seen better days. Uranir looks as downtrodden as the campground. I've got something real special for whoever owns that name. Uranir's hand twitches towards her weapon. We could try and convince and see what happens when it goes wrong. Hold on there. This ain't bad news, friend. You've got an inheritance even. Your great-great-grandparent, Atticus, has died and left you everything. My great-great what? We can all get what we want here. Oh. So our friend just, like, gave the enemy. So this is like an argument that we've put into the enemy. That if they destroy, if we destroy it, we actually get a benefit. So drunk, when destroyed, removes a random intent. Okay, so like we definitely would like that. And you're actually dealing quite a lot of damage. And we really want Deep Pockets to stay alive. So. Oh, gain. Yeah. I remember how this works now. So we do want to build rapport. So this is a little bit rough because we have double composure, but we have no way to get composure on what we want. So they're gonna take damage. So let's exchange a meaningful glance with Uranir. So we should start doing max damage. Oh, and you know what? If we destroy this, it'll destroy one of the damage intents for the character's turn. And destroy the big damage one. So that was actually like a great play. And I want to see if we play this. You might be able to just keep that in our hand. Well, in our deck. We don't want to play it because it has expend. So we can dismiss an enemy intent. Both of these getting rid of would be great. Okay. So we'll keep our influence, which is going to be giving us extra damage. So we can actually, let's just keep this fast and do quite a bit of damage. Whenever you shuffle your deck, Urineer gains impatience. Oh, okay, interesting. Escalation. I will say, with the rocking, it's very hard to actually select the cards we want. Well, the statuses we want. So increases count when a hostility card is played. Adds +1 to all intents. Okay. So I don't really play many hostility cards, but we wanted to this turn because we have the dominance and this. So that's a little bit of a pain, but we can destroy it. Yeah, we can. Okay, so let's play Hush Money. So we're not going to take damage this turn. That's good. Now we can play Fast Talk, kill Escalation. Then we can Dominance. Hostility cards deal an extra +1 damage, reduced by 1 at the start of this turn. So we only apply 1 dominance, so it only goes for 1 turn. Now I'm hoping that this will like max out. 4, it's something. It's something. Okay. So we're taking a little bit, we're actually taking quite a bit of heat this turn. So we're taking quite a bit of heat, and unless we could play Quick Thinking and try to get, if we can get 2 damage out of Quick Thinking, we can actually win the fight, which I think, I was gonna say it could be it could work, but I believe it will not work. So just give me, this actually sucks. Actually no, it doesn't. So give us Composure, and we'll actually just double Composure. So we're perfectly fine now. We won't get an attack out, but we've successfully stalled, so we're good. So now if we could, so you intend to do 6 damage. We can block 6 damage using 2 energy. Unfortunately, like, we can kill it. We can technically beat you this turn, but it's so unlikely that I think it's even, I think it's just pointless to even tempt fate in that way, and we should just stay the course. Hopefully, I'm sure at some point incredibly soon we will actually get to a fight. We've grown fatigued, and all of her attacks get +6 damage because she's tired of the conversation. That's fine because we actually finally drew our damage cards, which is what we've been waiting on. Get another negotiation. Yo. Attack once. For each action available. Actually, I don't love that. Because, I mean, it does, for 3 damage, it does 6. And for 3 damage, we can do 9 currently. Spend 1 influence, deal an additional 4 damage. That's interesting. I'm in. We have influence gaining cards, but we never really keep using them because there's no point. thousands of shields actually, ready to be claimed by the only known heir, Uranir Mossy. That's you, right? Mossy, that ain't I mean, yeah! Uranir Mossy, that's me. Absolutely devastated the grandpappy Atticus is dead. I'm liking the dialogue. It's cute. So we actually have her in our party now. So I suppose we won't be fighting, and we can I suppose we just lead you to the prison. So for doing this, Uranir will hate us. So I suppose that depends on, you know, if she ever comes back, she will like instantly. I think they gain like an advantage in like a negotiation because they're not gonna believe you, and then they may just try and kill us. So here you go, one Uranir coming in hot. Hey, this will be good. What the? Cougar, what the hell? Thought I'd forgotten about what you stole, huh? Thought I'd just let it slide. What surprise, slug sucker. What I stole? You mean the dang pickled talons? There were only 2 left in the whole jar. I was saving them. I was hungry. You're gonna pay, you rotten thievin'. I don't mean to interrupt, but you did the part. You did your part and delivered this traitor. Here, take your payment and bonus besides. I'll deal with her. So, okay. So you've incurred her fury and will likely face the consequences. Reason, betrayal. So outwitted, pin a random card at the start of battle. I think that's if we fight her. Admittedly, I don't know what pin means in this context, but we'll see. Okay, so quest bonus, upgrade a card. Our negotiation deck seems to be doing the trick, so let's dive in. So we can actually just upgrade a card. The card XP, I'm not sure what it really does. Like, I don't know if we can just skip the XP meter now. So I think upgrading this, deal an additional 6 damage, sounds pretty cool. Having this actually give composure also seems great, but we only need to use it 3 more times, which I think is like extremely possible to do. So maybe we don't actually care. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of hard to know. But I like upgrading this to just do extra damage, more bang for our buck if we're spending influence. Okay, so these are limited time opportunities, which mean they only happen if we go straight to them. And I think these are further quests. What is this? Challenging quests. Repo person. Okay, we'll do that later, but let's do this. Desolate battlefield. A recent fight took place here. Perhaps there's still some treasures to be found. Let's go here. Maybe we'll get a battle. You come across signs of a recent battle. If there were any winners, they weren't the type to loot the battlefield. The bodies are still fresh. Best to grab something and run before any beasts are drawn to the bloodshed. Why are there tank traps in the background? Okay. So, when this card is drawn, draw another card. Oh, destroy a random debuff. Okay. Red bandana. Okay, so this is a battle graft, which I believe is like an artifact out of Slay the Spire. And there are battle graphs and negotiation graphs, which give added effects to the relevant battles, obviously. So your allies receive 2 power at the start of your turn. Honestly, like, that seems like the way to go. We do have an ally right now. I think we installed that in our brain. Okay, so we got to fight. We're gonna get an actual combat fight. Now, because we have a companion, they're actually in the fight with us. Show us the
Turn,
tutorial.
Draw 5 cards from the drop. You can win a battle by killing all of your opponents or by making them surrender. Enemies will surrender when their health dips below their panic threshold. Killing enemies may have diplomatic consequences. You can preview what your enemies and allies will do on their next turn. Your allies all act before your enemies.
Okay. That's good. That's good wood to know. Okay. See, I did not realize... I didn't know we would get this anyway. So, pinned. Play this card to return Crackler to your hand. Okay. Okay, interesting. So what have we got here? This is our first battle, so let's take stock of the situation. Whenever I look at myself in the camera, we've got terrible posture, but I'm just focused in. So let's see what's doing here. So you will receive 2 damage. Okay, so you're gonna receive 5 damage plus a status effect, and I don't know what the cogs mean. Maybe you're gonna do nothing. Chitinous. Okay, so you gain 3 damage every turn. Can we... So we can actually apply defense to our teammate here. Ah, and she gets extra power because of the battle graph that we just took. Oh, I like this. Same cost, but one has some RNG element to do some higher damage. That's cute. I think we apply defense, and then, look, I'm a boring person. If I see dedicated damage, I take it, you know? A little bit of dedicated dwam. That's what it's all about. So, and this is the one that's dealing debuffs. So let's just, okay. It's a little bit, it's not a lot of damage, but, you know, sometimes you gotta take it. Downtrodden. Okay, so you'll panic after taking 40 more damage. Okay, so I think so we're both taking a debuff. What did you get? Cripple. Attack damage by this target is reduced by 33, so that actually sucks. So we could apply combo. So combo points are accumulated until they are spent by a finisher. Lose half of your combo whenever you take unmitigated damage. Okay. So we could apply, I think we're gonna do this, to apply bleed. At the beginning of their turn, take damage equal to the counter bleed, then halve bleed. Okay. It's not as strong as it usually is. Most of the time, games reduce it by 1 each turn. So I think we still, like, put it onto this person. And I think that maybe if we get 5 damage out of this, I think we can get you to panic mode, but we needed the max damage. I was hoping to remove you from the fight. So attacks inflict 2 bonus damage. Okay, so that's on both of us. So that sucks. I will say these these bars are kind of hard to read. So they're gonna take 1 damage, and then they should panic. We'll flee this turn. Okay. Oh, if we look on these enemies, we can see what our companion's doing. So the companion is doing 9 damage, which is a lot. I think you should panic. So I think this will be reduced, like, to 0, but we'll see. Targets 2 defense. Wait. Targets 2 random enemy. Prevents... Yeah. Okay. So, I think we do want to, you know, shield you from getting hit. And then we'll just, like, hit. With both of these. Oh, okay, you're gonna, like, just die. Okay, yeah, so they just ran away, I think. Because they panicked. So choose a battle card. So gain 2 counter. Counter, deal 1 damage back to the enemy. Removal counter at the beginning of your turn. Okay. Ambush. Automatically placed in your hand at the start of battle. Oh, so it's a 0 cost card. It's inert from Slay the Spire, and it costs 5. It is 5 damage. That seems pretty good. I actually, your next attack card, I think we're gonna take Silent Steel, just because it's easy. There's not a lot of thinking. I wanted to look at that card before we took it. And Resolve, I believe, is our negotiation HP. Okay, so let's get out of here. View battle deck. The presentation is pretty... I mean, Klei always do... I don't know if they're a publisher or a developer. I feel both. They love the presentation. So Cripple. Apply Cripple equal to damage dealt by this card. Cripple, attack damage is reduced. Okay. Destroy after 3 uses. I'm not too mad about that. I'm kind of like... Let's see how tough it can be, you know? Let's throw ourselves into the fire and see what sticks. So we talk to you. Nobody in Havara's ever heard of a smuggler with a heart of gold, and nobody in Havara's ever heard of Topo. It's unlikely the two are related. Another day in the feud, Okay. Offering my arm for pay. It slices, it dices. You won't find a better offer. I've got a client who hired my business partner and I to acquire some goods illegally. My partner took off with the funds. I hope she went to get the goods like she was supposed to, but I haven't seen her. I need you to confront Pluck. Find out. Okay. So Pluck. I'm assuming... Yeah, we can take this. So we want something. I don't think we want any of these, because we haven't upgraded intrigue anyway. So let's just take a little extra money. And yeah, I see we're at like an hour. So let's complete this quest, and then we'll probably call it on this show, on this episode, but we'll finish the run at some point. Greetings, Drifter or Grifter. You look like you could use an edge. I already got 2. I don't know that. Oh. You're referring to your blades, while I'm referring to specially imported battle goods from the Roguelike, a remote archipelago and biomass where cures and diseases are spawned alike. Okay. Serrated Dirk, apply 3 wound. That is actually kind of cool. So we get 3 wound, which I think is yeah, so that's gonna be 6 damage over 3 turns, and then bleed. That seems really good. That's suspiciously cheap. What's the deal? That's gonna leave a mark. I'm curious. I'm gonna take it. We'll see. There's gotta be a catch. But I'm curious to see what the catch is. Oh, that's why I'd heard pluck before. So this might get freaky. I got the goods, just like Tempo asked me to, but I got mugged. Now the bandits are sitting pretty on our stock. Attack pluck to set an example? Okay, offer to retrieve the goods. I do. And with a mug as funny looking as yours, we might just be able to get our stuff back. Maybe let me do the talking. Okay, so we just had Pluck join us. So we've got a little... We got a band of merry men, or really a band of merry mercenary women. Yo, it's these dummies. I hate to interrupt you in your place of business, but it seems you stole something from a friend of mine. Could be. I have a habit of collecting other people's stuff. What you're supposed to do about it, Grifter. So we can enter a battle. We have lost resolve earlier in the day. You are the aggressor. We could just kill these people for it, which I think might be better. I don't know. Yeah, you know what? Let's just fight. So now I think about it, we have upgraded our we have upgraded our negotiation deck, huh? So you have two people that hate us. I wonder how long this Bane will go on. Okay, so what have we got here? Stroke Skin. The first time Coda takes damage each turn, they gain 2 defense. Okay. Okay. So, I think what we want to do here is let's just start stacking hell upon you. Oh, and this will do 6 damage now because of... I don't like... I try to right click. Never mind. Oh, you know what's happening? It's a toggle. I'm holding... It's a toggle. I was holding the left click button, and then when I cancelled holding it, it would interact. Okay, I understand now. I will say, there was like next to zero tutorial. They kind of throw you into the deep end. It is early access, I have to say. Why this does extra damage, I'm not sure. Oh, it inflict bonus damage. I thought this was bonus damage at the end of a turn. So we will do this and just try and like lay waste to you. I think this is probably the time to use it. We're gonna take a bunch of damage, but I think Crackler. You know what? This will actually increase the panic meter by an insane degree. Yeah, so like she might actually, she's gonna panic this turn. So now this is actually, we use a one use card to get an insane effect. So she gives up. We won't kill her because we've made a lot of enemies. So you're gonna get hit quite a bit as well. But I would like to put up some defense. So I think let's actually improvise a card. We might get some defense out of it. We did not. We did not. So this is a static upgrade. But I kind of like applying wound to you. And then we'll just do this, I suppose. It says you're gonna panic this turn. Oh, because you're taking 18 damage and you panic in 16. Okay, so we're actually not gonna take any damage this fight. I don't know what just happened then. Oh, execute. So kills targeted surrendered enemy. So we can execute these people. Or we can just accept surrender. We're gonna accept surrender. So they dislike us, which I feel like I let you live. Excuse me. Ability. Gain 1 counter. Oh, so an ability isn't a condition for the rest of the battle. So this is like a temporary relic? That's interesting. That's really cool. I suppose it's a power out of Slay the Spire. So counter whenever you gain defense. Oh, so we'll gain 1 counter whenever we get defense. We don't really have a defensive deck, so I don't really want to play pay 2 energy for this. This I'm curious about. I think that would be good, especially if we could append it to this also seems good, to be honest. Lacerate. Minimum. At a minimum, it is 8 damage for 1 cost, for 1 mana. Admittedly, not all on 1 turn, but most of it's on 1 turn. At maximum, what is it? It's 10 damage, I think. It's 4 plus 4 plus 2. So yeah, 8. Plus 1, because then it will halve bleed again. So that actually seems like an insane amount of damage, but again, it is distributed. I think we gotta go with that. That's crazy. You find the goods in the bandits things, and we can return our quest. Okay. See you, Shell. Okay, that was abrupt. I suppose that's fair. We did just hire her for like an hour. Why am I here? If you had to get robbed, it wouldn't be too bad to get robbed by a face like Goni's. The Shroke thug glares at you without a word. Okay. Give Goni the goods. I was about to send someone to collect, but I can see Topo hired a professional to get it done. I'll assume this was just a hiccup. But you told Topo I won't be so charitable next time. Okay, so we lost, we just saw a bunch of notifications pop up in the bottom. So we can pick an artifact for the rest of our run. So, at the start of your turn, steal up to 4 composure from a random enemy argument. That's interesting. Attack deal 2 bonus damage to targets with bleed. That seems really good for our current setup. Especially if we've still got... This doesn't seem to die, so I think we will... This seems like S tier right now. At the start of your turn, deal 1 damage to all enemy arguments. That also seems really good. Like, that seems disgusting. But I want to go... I want to... When you see a synergy, I love to get into it. Okay. So we've got some limited time stuff popping up here. I am gonna pause because we're 15 seconds away from cracking the hour-long mark on the session. It's a little bit longer than I had anticipated. for like a first, you know, usually when you do a first roguelike run, it's 5 minutes. At least for me, personally. Anyway, so that was Griftlands. I think we're gonna finish at least this run. If we like it, we might continue putting that up. I know we haven't put anything up on the YouTube channel for quite a while. I don't really got an excuse for that, but there is a disgusting amount of fantastic content coming out on Twitch. So if you go to twitch.tv/cubicDisco, you can see we stream Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, 7 p.m. until 10 p.m. Every week. So you can catch us on there. If not, you can catch us on YouTube for Griftlands, apparently. I'm having a blast. The game seems pretty neat. I love having 2 decks. It's a wild concept, I know. Anyway, see ya.